You are about to trust a liar. The words sound right. The smile looks real. But your gut screams, stop. You have been here before. Someone is lying directly to your face, and you almost believe them. You are about to miss it entirely. Not because you lack intelligence, because you are watching the wrong signals. What if you could catch the lie? In under 30 seconds. Not a gut feeling. Precise psychological science. The research is real. After this, you will use it. I'm Tim. I research the psychology schools never taught you, not surface tricks, not watch for shifty eyes. Real, peer-reviewed deception science. The kind FBI negotiators actually rely on. You were never given access to this. Until now. Today we go inside the liar's brain. The signals are always present. You just didn't know where to look. After this, you will. Here's the uncomfortable truth first. Your brain is built to believe people. Dr. Bella DePaulo ran a landmark study. She documented up to 200 lies per day, not from strangers, from the people you trust most, and you believe almost every single one, because your brain runs a dangerous default setting. Scientists call it the truth bias. Your prefrontal cortex assumes honesty automatically. It does this to preserve your processing energy. It keeps your social world running smoothly. This is not a flaw in your design. It evolved across millions of years of survival. Without baseline trust, your world collapses entirely. Truth bias is the price of your community, and your empathy doesn't protect you here. It actually makes you more vulnerable. Because empathy activates your mirror neuron system. Your brain simulates what other people feel. That simulation pulls you toward believing them. Every skilled liar counts on exactly that, and they exploit it the moment they speak. When you lie, your amygdala fires instantly. That is your brain's dedicated threat detector. Here is what makes this so critical. Your amygdala cannot separate types of threat. Lying registers in your body as real danger. Your body responds every single time, not loudly, precisely. Your nervous system produces involuntary physiological signals, micro-sweating at your hairline and upper lip, pupil dilation that spikes then retreats fast, a subtle rise in your vocal pitch. None of these are under your control. Dr. Paul Ekman spent 4 decades mapping this. His work permanently changed behavioral science. He discovered what he called micro-expressions, involuntary flashes of true emotion on the face, lasting less than a quarter of a second. They surface before your mind can stop them. They cannot be faked. They reveal more than words ever will. But here's where you have been wrong. You have been watching the wrong signals entirely. A glance away, a hand moving toward the mouth. That is exactly what skilled liars want you watching. Dr. Aldert Vrij at Portsmouth University proved it. His research revealed something deeply counterintuitive. Practiced liars deliberately perform nervousness for you. They give you a false signal to follow. Something theatrical, designed to pull your attention away from the face. While you track their hands, you miss everything. That is the deception inside the deception. Your face is the hardest channel to control. It is hardwired directly to your limbic system. Your limbic system runs below your conscious thought. It is evolutionarily older than language, older than strategy itself. It leaks, and it cannot be trained away. A flash of fear before the performance begins. A burst of disgust before the smile arrives. Invisible, unless you know exactly what to watch. The FBI uses micro-expression training in interrogations. Customs agents use it at every border crossing. Now you understand precisely what they are tracking. Ekman identified 7 universal micro-expressions: fear, disgust, contempt, anger, surprise, sadness, happiness. Each produces a specific involuntary muscle pattern, but one stands above all the others. Contempt. One side of your lip corner rises alone, lasting less than a quarter second. Its message is exact. I know something you do not know. It is the strongest single indicator of deception. No single signal proves a lie. You will start seeing it everywhere. Now here is what permanently changes how you listen. Your words are the liar's most practiced weapon. They craft their language carefully in advance, but that crafting process leaves detectable tracks behind. Language carries deception signatures too, but not where you would expect to find them. Dr. James Pennebaker at UT Austin discovered this. He studied thousands of truth and lie transcripts. He found a measurable and repeatable pattern. Liars pull psychological distance into their language. They stop using the word I. They shift to detached passive constructions instead. A truthful person says, I didn't do it. A liar says, that didn't happen. The word I disappears from their sentence entirely because your unconscious won't claim a false story. Pennebaker called this pronoun shifting. Once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. You now have two channels running simultaneously, the face, the language. But there is a third signal ranked highest, cognitive load. Imagine you are lying right now. Your brain must build a false story instantly. You are juggling too much at once. Your brain cannot hold it together, and that is where it breaks. That demand is massive. Your prefrontal cortex becomes severely overloaded. And when your brain overloads, it fails. Your fluency fractures. You self-correct far less when you lie. Think about what that actually reveals. When you tell the truth, you stumble. She arrived first. You self-correct because you own that memory. When you lie, you don't self-correct because you don't own that story. Think about your last tense conversation now. Did the story arrive perfectly prepackaged? Completely smooth without a single hesitation? Your real memory stumbles. Your real memory has friction. A frictionless story is a rehearsed story. Dr. Vrai's team confirmed this across multiple studies. Higher cognitive load fractures the false story faster. Here is how you use this right now. Ask the same question, worded differently each time. Your truth-teller's answer stays consistent with variation. A liar's answer shifts or tightens defensively. The rehearsed script cannot handle your rephrasing. That is exactly where the cracks appear. Ask one question completely out of sequence. Watch where their story breaks apart. Now here is the reversal that changes everything. You have been taught to equate confidence with truth. Science says the exact opposite. DiPaolo found confident liars show fewer nervous signals, not because they feel calm, because rehearsal trains the nervous system down. They make deliberate, steady eye contact with you. They sound completely certain. They look composed. But rehearsal cannot reach the limbic system. The contempt flash still breaks through the surface. The pronoun still shifts below their conscious awareness. The self-corrections still vanish completely. Confidence is not evidence of truth. It is evidence of practice. Here's what genuine truth actually looks like. Truth-tellers contradict themselves without any anxiety. They add details that damage their own case. They say, I don't recall that part. No defensive tension underneath it at all, because they aren't managing a constructed false story. They are simply reporting an imperfect memory. Your real memory is always imperfect. That imperfection is the signature of truth itself. The contempt flash arrives in the very first instant, before any answer forms in conscious thought, before the performance has time to begin. That split-second reaction carries the real truth, everything constructed after it may be false. You used to leave these conversations feeling confused. Now you leave knowing exactly what happened. That is the difference between psychology and guesswork. Here is your 30-second protocol. Watch the face the moment your question lands, before any performance has time to begin. Listen for the word I to disappear. Ask one question completely out of sequence. Watch where the story breaks apart. The most dangerous liar you will ever meet is never nervous. They are smooth, unnaturally smooth. Your gut registers what your mind hasn't caught yet. Trust that signal. Now you know exactly what it means. The signals go far deeper than this video. Stay here and keep learning to see them.